Hello.
Woohoo! We're here.
Hola. Hola. How are you?
Joe, I'm great. Joe is
Yeah.
not with us this week. Joe is moving.
No. Yes,
He
he's
got
playing
everything packed
hooky.
up.
He claims he's moving, but I think he's at the strip
Mm-hmm.
club.
Joe's out having a good time.
Chilling. Chilling with half naked ladies and eating lasagna and pasta.
Got
I
them
don't think.
wings.
Oh yeah, I was about to say wings. I never been to too many strip clubs. I think I went to the strip club maybe 5 times in my life, and I've never eaten food there.
I've never been to a strip club that had food.
The ones I went to had like a little barbecue areas and the whole 9 yard,
See,
wings and
that's
nachos.
I just don't know how I feel about like I always hear about the wings at Magic City. And I'm like,
Have
I
you
don't
have you ever
I
seen
mean,
have you ever seen a man eating wings while he's watching a stripper?
no.
Oh yeah, yeah. You might look. You should. That's a rabbit hole for you to go on YouTube. Eating while watching strippers. Oh man, them dudes be going crazy, almost biting through their fingers, staring at the booty cheeks, gyrating and jiggling in the face. You got
See,
this
like
wet piece of meat in your hand, and they're just like, tantalizing, salivating. It's terrible.
that's so funny. Like, see, because there's a little strip club like right up the highway from me, like 2-3 minute drive. But there's no food there, and it's not like a real high quality place. Like it's the kind of place you go to because the pool table's in the back, and you don't have to see anything.
And nothing has to see you.
Exactly. Like you can hang out at the pool table and do whatever you want to do, and you just kind of get to chill. But like when I would go to Dallas, we would go to the strip clubs, and they were all real nice, and they were BYOB, so you could walk in with like a 30 rack and a bottle of vodka or whatever you wanted,
Yikes.
and they sold your mixers there, which it was like $10 for a Coke to mix your drinks. But I mean, they were all really nice places, but I've never been anywhere that had food. So as soon as I heard about that, I was like, "They what?"
Yeah, I couldn't imagine eating at a strip club. But the times I did go to the strip club, it was because I had a friend who was a stripper. So no sexual relationship. I've always had a bunch of homegirls and stuff. I just hang out with
Mhm.
chicks. So she was like my sister at the time. So I would go to the club to pick her up from work sometimes, and she's like, "Oh, my brother Ant's outside, and come on in." I go inside and I'd be hanging out with the strippers. To hang out platonically with
Mhm.
strippers, it's a world that not a lot of men get to venture into. It's like the most ultimate friend zone in the world. But I mean, it's like titties on your shoulders and all kind of things. It's real live, and they buy me drinks and stuff. Showing her brother respect. So they
Mhm.
were comfortable. They put the guard down. They weren't acting like strippers. They were just chilling. And then I would get invited to their parties and just be chilling because I'm her brother. So I'm not a predator. I'm not a dude in there
Mhm.
trying to bone everybody. I'm
You're
just chilling.
safe.
Oh man, comfortable strippers. That's an animal that not many people get to stroke. They're really good people.
See, we had there were two clubs here.
Good
One of them
people.
got caught up in like an embezzlement and drug distribution thing not too long ago, so they got shut down.
Yikes.
But they would bring in girls from like Wichita and Kansas, like bigger cities. And so it was a little bit, higher quality for the gentlemen in town. And
Gentlemen.
this whole group of girls came in to the store I was working at when I worked for Verizon. They came in there, and one of them was needing a new phone before they went back. Her phone had gotten broken the night before, and they had just bought puppies in the Walmart parking lot, and they brought me their puppies, and they were like, "Give us your phone number. Next time we're here, we'll pay you to babysit." And I was like, "You'll pay me to babysit the dogs?" And they were like, "Yeah." And the girl was like, "I'll give you $300 to babysit them for the weekend." I was like, "Both of
Oh
them?" And the
wow.
other girl was like, "No, I'll give you 300 too." And I was like, $600 to keep two puppies for three
Wow.
days? And she was
Nice.
like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Here's my number. Here you go.
Yeah,
Please
but
call me."
you like animals. There's no way they could have added $500 to that. I'd still been like, hell no. Hell no. We give you $5,000 to watch. Nah, hell no. You keep that damn money. I got a job.
I was
I got
like,
enough. I got enough pets. I got kids.
yeah, I mean, and I told him, I was like, "I got lots of animals at my house." And they were like, "Oh, well, that'd be great." And I was like, "Yeah, bring them over. I won't even know they're there." Like,
Well, that's dope. Speaking
like
of
there's two more
speak
dogs.
well, speaking of
No way.
dogs, I heard that you have a new addition.
I have a baby.
What you got going on
You
there?
can't see him. I brought Mama in here because she doesn't want to. We I was shampooing carpets last night. She started getting a little restless, and I was like, I'm glad she had an appointment today to have an ultrasound because we didn't know for sure who the dad was, and it was like, if they're too big, she won't be able to deliver them. And
Just to illustrate your old McDonaldness, and I want to just be clear for everybody that comes through and hangs out. So you have all those cats. What is it, like 3 or 4 cats?
there's 4 cats.
4 cats,
Hmm.
and you had a dog that clearly just brought more dogs into the world.
Well, I have 4 cats and 3 dogs and a gecko.
Yikes!
And
That's
now we
dope.
have 4 cats and 4 dogs. And I'll show everybody. Little guy here. Come here, mama.
I got kids, y'all. That's kids are the ultimate pet. Anybody out there who wants kids, go buy pets. And anybody who already has kids,
Okay.
don't fucking go buy pets. You already got pets.
Okay.
Your kids can fetch all kind of shit.
Here we go.
My mom used to make me fetch wine from the liquor store. You shout out to my mom.
Say hi, bear.
That's a little dog.
So that's, but if you see mom back here, oh, she came up here because she wants to know what I'm doing. Mom only weighs 15 pounds.
Wow.
He weighs 2.5 already.
That's a large chunk.
Yeah. She gained 6 pounds while she was pregnant, and there were only 2 puppies in there.
Wow.
The other one, she went into labor at 3:00 in the morning because, of course, that's what dogs do. Hi, mama. Look. Oh, there you are. She's here. It's okay. I got him. You're okay. I'll put him back.
That's the mom back there walking? Oh,
But yeah, she did the whole 3:00 in the morning thing and built herself a blanket fort on my bed.
Yikes.
I made her a little spot in here, and I was just going to sit with her, and she was taking the blankets one at a time, taking them back to my bed and spreading them out and putting them all around the one that she spread out. And then she got in it and pulled them all over herself. So she literally built herself a blanket fort, and she had like a layer underneath her and everything, but she would not leave my bed. So I just stuck my head in there with her and sat there and petted her and loved on her. And then the first puppy got stuck. So I called my vet and she wouldn't answer. And I called another vet and they wouldn't answer. So I called the third vet, and they had just recently hired a new doctor who called me back in 2 minutes, said, bring her in now. I will be there, and got the babies out, which she didn't get there in time to get the other one, but we do have the one left. So.
Oh, wow. Well, that sucks. Dang.
It's okay. I kind of figured when that one got stuck, I was like, we're not gonna have that one. But I really thought she was gonna have 3 or 4, and there were only 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know most of the time dogs have more. They have like 4 or 5. They have a litter, right? That's the dogs have litters.
Yeah, she was like, you could when you felt her, and you could even see it when she walked. Like there was a puppy sticking out on one side and a puppy sticking out on the other. It was like their legs or something were sticking out.
Wow.
And you could feel them and everything. So I just assumed she had a whole bunch in there. But it just turns out that these 2 were so big that they were sticking out on the sides, and you were seeing them do all their stuff. The vet said that was why she didn't show until right before she had them. But once she did, you could see the puppies sticking out of there because they were so big.
What's that guy's name?
His name right now is Bear.
Bear.
I did not intend, the intention is to find Bear a home, because I don't want he's going to be big. We're figuring, because of how he looks, that my large dog, my 95-pound half boxer, half border collie, is his dad.
Mm.
And I don't need 2 giant dogs. So the intention is to find Bear a home, but you know how little kids are. I'm sure they're probably going to try to work on me as much as they can until Bear gets to stay.
Did you have any idea that the dogs were boning?
No.
Really?
I had no clue.
They've been sneaking around and shit.
I guess. Like I saw him try one time, and here's Kitty. She came to say hi too. She hasn't gotten any attention today, so now she's
meow.
She's got to come get in on it. But yeah, I saw him one time kind of circling her, but she's so small. Like I was sitting there, he's huge. And I have a Chihuahua too, and he can't do anything to her because she's 6 pounds and she's like this far off the ground. He can't do anything. And I saw him circling her one time, so I was keeping them separated. And the kids came home from school one day and let her outside.
Uh-oh.
And so as soon as I realized she was outside, I went running and opened the door and called her back in. And they weren't doing anything then, but apparently somewhere in there they did.
Sneaking around
So
with no protection.
Right.
Savage beasts.
The real fun part, people have heard me talk on here about see, there's another cat back there hanging out on the desk. People have heard me talk about my big orange cat that hides from everybody and nobody ever sees her. She got pregnant probably right about the same time, and I didn't know until 2 days ago.
Oh, wow.
She came in here and she was sitting there and I looked at her and I was like, "You're getting fat." And I went over to pick her up, and when I picked her up, like, she's just rock hard, and I was like, "What is this?" And I got a little concerned because I've had cats that have had cancer, and I thought they were pregnant, but they were full of tumors.
Oh, wow.
So I started feeling around on her, and one of the kittens started moving, and I was like, "Oh, God, no."
Y'all up in that piece hella fertile.
That's why my tubes are tied.
Yeah, I was about to say, you better be careful, sister. I don't know. You might want to look in there and make sure that night is tight enough. Get in there and just kind of like, give it a couple of yanks. You know what I'm saying? Just to be sure.
It's still good. No, that happened in my house one time.
Boy, pregnancy beyond birth control?
Well, I have had all 3 of my kids are birth control babies.
Really?
Which is why I got my tubes tied. But
have they ever tried to fly or exhibit any superpowers?
Not yet.
Yeah, you should keep an eye on them because they might have special skills.
They're all real smart. I don't know if birth control makes your baby smarter or what, but
for them to survive through that wave of something that they weren't supposed to get through and they still made it through.
They're strong little dudes.
Yes, they are. Those are genes in there.
But that little guy, that's the one I kind of am like, are you an X-Men, or is there something we need to know about you?
Some people would consider those miracle children.
Yeah, they're all very much birth control babies. So,
wow.
But while I was pregnant with my youngest, I had a white boxer and she went into heat. Well, we had, she had a fence and everything. A neighbor's dog tore a hole in the fence to get to her. Like, it was a chain link fence, and this dog straight tore a hole in it.
Cheeks. He got tired of looking at them cheeks. He had to go get a slice of that cake.
Had to go get a slice
of that cake.
So I had a white boxer that was pregnant, and then we had a cat. She was just kind of inside outside mouse catcher type thing. She didn't really pay any attention to us or anything like that. She'd come in and eat, and then she's back outside. Well, she showed up pregnant one day, and then she didn't want to go back outside anymore. And
damn kids.
Yeah, and at that time I was like, I don't know, I wasn't very good at the math on it, but what ended up happening was the cat had 5 kittens. Exactly 7 days later, the boxer had 12 puppies, and exactly 7 days after that, I had a baby.
Wow.
So in 3 weeks, we added 13 creatures to the house. Wow. Well, no, but there'd be 18 creatures. Yeah. 18 creatures to the house.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of fun, but that's a lot.
It's too much.
And you said you think your one dog got the other dog pregnant. So now that the puppies are here, is he sniffing around, like coming around the puppies? Or
no,
is he just like, no, I'm out?
I kept him outside. He was inside last night while she was in labor, and he was real concerned. Like, he kept looking, and because he would hear her kind of whimpering and stuff. And so he was trying to look, but she had those blankets pulled over so he couldn't see. So he was real anxious and kind of running around. And then my Chihuahua kept getting up there and trying to, like, she stuck her head under there one time, and Lily was over here panting away, and she just kind of looked around and she was like, no, I think I'm going to get out of here. And she backed out and I could see her again. But he was real anxious last night. And then when I took her to the vet, it was, by the time I finally found a vet that would answer, it was 7:00 in the morning. So we were 4.5 hours into it. And So I let him outside, and I just let him back in like an hour ago when I brought them in here because it's, sometimes male dogs will kill male puppies. And
Yeah, I was
so,
curious about that.
so he's a male. And so he hasn't been close to him yet. Like when I got home, I walked up to the fence and I was like, "Congratulations, Dad." And he just kind of looked at me like, "What?" And then he didn't see the puppy that I was holding. So I just kind of left it at that and walked in. But it'll be a while before, because he's still, even when he's like 6 weeks or so, he's still going to be small enough that he could do some damage to him. So I probably won't let him around him until, if I find him a home, he probably won't ever be around him. But if I don't, then he'll probably be 3 or 4 months before I really let them get around each other.
Yikes.
But the big dog has like this weird anxiety thing. To get him into a car, you have to physically lift him up and put him in there. And he's 95-pound dog, and you have to sit in the seat with him in the back seat of the car for a good 5 to 10 minutes. And then he'll calm down and you can crawl over into the front seat and go where you got to go.
Yeah, that's he don't want to go to the vet, and then he realizes, all right, we ain't going to the doctor. All right, I'm cool.
Yeah. As soon as
I
you
think,
sit there with him, if you try to put him in and shut the door, he will throw you on the ground to get
yeah,
past you and get away.
he knows it's
And
doctor time. That he feels the energy like, oh shit, you moving quick, you moving all fast. You
mhm.
trying to take me to the doctor? Fuck that.
Yeah, like I got in with him one
My
day and
kids
just,
do that.
yeah, I immediately climbed over the seat and tried to back out. And I had cracked the windows thinking maybe like, some fresh air would help him kind of stay calm. Mm-mm. He forced a window down and jumped out of a moving vehicle to get away.
Yeah, fuck the doctor. I
It took like
understand.
3 weeks to get him to move. So that's why he has it. Because people are probably like, "Why didn't you fix that dog?" That's why he hasn't been fixed yet, because you can't get him to go anywhere. And he won't, like, if you put a leash on him, I spent months trying to leash train this dog. And if you put a leash on him, he immediately just starts thrashing and throwing, like, you can't control him if you try to put a leash on him. If they'd let me just walk him in there, he'd be fine. But because there's other animals in there, you can't do that. So, yeah. So that's why
Yeah,
he's
well,
not fixed. But she already has her appointment once this puppy is weaned to go back in, and she's getting taken care of too. So no more
get
doggies happening.
snipped and clipped.
Mhm. Take it
Amen.
all out like I wish they would have done for me.
Well, then you wouldn't have all your beautiful babies.
Well, see, my biggest fear is that, because I started reading up on it, and that's my biggest problem. After I have something done, I'll go like read even more about it. And they say that every year you have your tubes tied, your chances of pregnancy increase by 1%.
Oh, word.
And my child is almost 5. So I have gone from 99% to 95, 94%. And I don't feel good at that point in time. Like, I don't feel
Mm.
safe with that anymore. I'm like, is there anything else you can take out so that I don't have to worry? Like,
Now
please.
listen, is getting your tubes tied, is that the same procedure as having your tubes burned?
See, there's 3 different ways. Like, they can burn them, they can clamp them, or they burn them or clamp them, or I don't think they actually tie them anymore
Yeah,
like they
no.
used to.
Oh, okay. They used to like do some sort of.
Yeah, they used to have like they almost like rubber band them or something like that,
Oh
if I'm
wow.
thinking correctly. And I could be
Oh
totally
wow.
wrong. People are probably like, "What is she talking? That's not right." I don't know, but they
Well.
used to do it a little bit differently. But
Oh
when the
yeah.
doctor got ready to do it, I told him, I was like, "I want them burned and I want them clamped on either side." And he goes, "Well, normally we just like, pinch them together and you clamp them off." And I was like, "No, mm-mm. Cut them, burn them, and clamp them.
Yeah.
We're
Cancel
not
the
taking
whole
any
thing.
chances in here."
When my wife was pregnant with our youngest daughter, we went to one of her appointments. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, doc. What do I have to do to get a vasectomy? Give me some information on it. I'm curious about it. And he was like, well, I can give you some information on it. Or since she's already gonna have the baby, and I'm gonna be in there, I can just close everything up on my way out. And I said, oh,
Close up
thanks,
shop.
doc. Yeah, I said that makes more sense to me. And my wife was like, "Oh, wow!" It's like, yeah, that did make more
Mhm.
sense because it was already a procedure that was being done.
Yeah.
Everything get clamped and snipped and all that good stuff on the way out. I said, yeah, that's cool. We'll do that.
Yeah, and see, we had, the kid's dad and I had separated before I found out I was pregnant with the last one. And so then it was, well, let's see if we can, we're living separately, but we'll see if we can't maybe fix things by the time the baby gets here, and we'll just kind of see where we're at. Which at that point in time we were okay, but still not. Which we all know how that ended up if you've seen my Twitter rant from today. But so it was kind of a we'll just kind of play it by ear and we'll see. Well, we got there, and because he had said, before we had ever separated, I want one more, and then I want a vasectomy, and I was like, sweet, that means I don't have to do it. But then we separated, and I was like, I don't want to bring any more babies. I didn't enjoy being pregnant. There was nothing about it that I liked, but I also had 3 very stressful situations going on during all of my pregnancies, so I didn't get to enjoy them.
Oh, I understand totally.
And
Yeah. I
so
was ready to go full fledged. Whatever he told me I had to do, I was ready to sign up for it for that reason there. I don't want
yeah,
any more kids.
he
I
had
don't
said
want
he
any
was
more
going to do
kids.
it, and then at the last minute he was like, I'm not. He's like, I don't think I'm going to do it. But
Yeah.
and we weren't together, and he was kind of, I think other people had kind of told him, well, what if you marry someone that wants one of their own or
Mm-mm,
whatever, and
mm-mm,
because we just didn't know what was going to happen with us. So I was like, all right, doc, I'm done. Like, cut it off. Like, get it out. Do
mm-mm.
whatever you got to do.
If
But
if
they
if if this marriage doesn't work, I'm gonna get a vasectomy. How's
right,
that? Now, no new wives and no new babies for Tony.
right. Like I told him, I was like, all right, do it. Just let's get it done. But they did mine laparoscopically. Like, I wouldn't. They just went in right under my belly button.
Oh yeah.
But I had an epidural, and they were like, we're just going to use that. You'll be awake, but you won't know what's going on or anything like that, because they put the sheet up and all that other stuff like they do when they're doing a C-section.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what she had. We had a scheduled C-section and everything. He said, yeah, so I'm going to be doing a full procedure anyway. We're not just
might
coming in
as
to pop
well.
out a baby. Yeah, he's like, I'm going to be in there, so we can take care of it. That'll be easier for me. Less procedures that we have to do for anybody else. I said, that's true. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I watched it. I watched some pieces of it as much as they would let me see.
Yeah. No, they went to do mine, so and I'm awake and I'm just laying there, and I couldn't feel anything when they started. And then all of a sudden they got over, like they started heading towards the side, and I was like, whoa. And the doctor was like, what? I was like, that doesn't feel good. And he goes, you can feel that? I was like, yeah. And he goes, and it hurts. And I was like, yeah. And so he kind of moved a little bit more, and I screamed, and he was like, knock her out. I was like, thank you.
Mm, wow.
It's like, I don't want to be awake for this. No way. No, thank you.
Yeah, that sucks. My wife was awake for hers. I was like, wow. I was like, wow, baby, you should see this. This is the coolest thing in the world. The inside and just the
Hmm.
procedure and the process of, for lack of a better way to put it, opening a human up, pulling a baby out, and then closing the human back. It's the most incredible thing I ever seen in my life.
Well, I asked them if I could watch this morning, because I was like, I need to go call my boss and ask me how he wants to handle my day, because I had volunteered to work an extra hour. And so I wanted him to, because they had told me we're going to take the babies out, get her closed up. Once they're warmed up, you can take them home. And then we want her to rest until she's really, really awake. And then you can come get her. So I knew I was going to have 2 time periods in there that were going to be like 30, 45 minutes where I was going to have to leave. So I called the boss and I was like, listen, I feel really stupid saying this because it sounds weird, but I have been up all night with my dog who was in labor, and she just had she's having an emergency C-section right now. And he started laughing, and I was like, I really wish I was kidding, because I know this sounds insane. And he was like, he was like, just tell me the whole thing. Like, what's going on? I said, they're doing that now. They want me to come back in a couple hours and get the puppies, and then go back a little bit later and get the mom when she's really awake. And he was like, tell you what, he said, I've got your stuff pulled up here. He's like, you've got like almost 2 weeks of vacation already, and you have 2 floating holidays. I'm going to give you one of your floating holidays. Just take the day off. And I was like, thank God. I was like, I appreciate that so much, because now I can go home and take a nap. But
What the hell out of that?
like, I wanted to watch, and she was like, no, you can't be back here. And I was like,
Yeah, it's a hell of a thing to see. It's a hell of a thing to experience.
I tried to get my when my kid's aunt had her twins, I was like, let me watch, let me be in there. And her husband was like, I'm gonna be in there. And I was like, you were there for the last one. Let me go in this time. And he was like, no. It's like, fine.
Now it seems like they don't even want to let anybody in there.
Yeah, they
I
I
mean,
don't
like
think they
even
really.
before COVID,
Mhm.
yeah, it was like they wouldn't let people in.
Yeah, they, and we're still kind of like being in a small town, we're still kind of way backwards with everything. So they'll let you have like one person go in, one person can be in there
Nice,
with you. But
nice.
it's, I don't know. He almost passed out both times. And I was like, you're a weenie. Like, let me go in there.
Yeah, it's hardcore. It's hardcore, but I'm never experiencing it again.
Yeah, I'm reading this book called Stiff, and it talks about all the different things they do with cadavers, like when you donate your body to science and stuff like that. And one of them, there's a chapter that talks about like, organ donation and what they do, like once you're brain dead and they go to um, harvest your organs and all that stuff. And the lady, like, she went into huge detail about opening, like how they open the body up and what they do and how everything works and what they do once they've got all the organs out and how they go get like extra veins and arteries in case they don't have enough still attached. And I was like, oh,
Well,
that's pretty crazy.
I know a lot about organ donation because this is a little bit of trivia for anybody listening. The place where I work is the largest revenue gatherer. Is that I don't know. The place where I work makes the most money for the state of California. And
Mm,
one of the things that we do is we sign people up for organ donation. So every other month or so, the company comes out, talks to us, gives us a little bit more information just to, kind of work with us while we're trying to
mhm,
convince people to give up their body parts when they die. So I know a whole lot about it, but not a whole lot, but I know a lot about it. But anyway, a friend of our family's son passed away, and this is a warning to anybody who's an organ donor. When you signed up to be an organ donor, I know they didn't tell you this part, so I'm telling everybody now. So her son was an organ donor. He passed away maybe 3 weeks ago. They had the funeral last Friday, if I'm not mistaken. So he passed away from a heart attack, but because he's an organ donor and he was young, I think he was 20 something years old. He was really young, so he had a lot of stuff to be harvested.
mhm.
Because they took so many things from him, she was unable to have an open casket funeral.
Whoa.
Imagine the heartbreak.
Yeah,
So I
that
want
would
to,
be.
dude, that's major. She could not see him for that final time because of her good deed or because of his good
Mhm,
deed. So you guys, if you sign up for organ donation, keep in mind if you have a lot of stuff to take, they're going to take it, and you
mhm.
might not, your family might not be able to enjoy you the way that they want to.
Yeah,
You know.
they said she was saying in the book, like, usually if all they do is take just your organs, like your kidney and your liver and, your heart, then, once they close you back up, of course, your abdomen is probably a little flatter than normal. But you're still, from here up, you're still visibly presentable. So they can still do open caskets and things like that. Or if they harvest bones like your femur or something like that for, I don't know even what they do with those, but if they harvest your femur, they'll put like a PVC pipe in your leg. So that way, when you're at the mortuary, you're more like a regular body would be. But I can't imagine taking so much that you couldn't even view the body.
Yeah, because think about it, he was a young man. Those are
Mhm.
fresh eyes.
Yeah,
Those are eyes
that's
that
true.
can be transplanted. Veins and all kind of stuff. It's just so much harvesting that she was unable to have an open casket funeral.
Yeah.
And I said, wow, I couldn't imagine the heartbreak. I mean, it is what it is, and I guess in that moment, it's probably not as much heartache as it is to me because I'm not in the middle of that forest. In that
Mhm.
forest, that's just another tree. But that's just something I've never thought about. And I've signed up a lot of people for organ donation. I just recently, I guess, realized that I'm an organ donor. I signed up to be an organ donor when I started working at my place of employment. Got a
Mhm.
sticker a sticker on my driver's license, but I never thought about that. I'm,
Yeah.
thinking I may take myself off of there.
Yeah,
Although
they,
I'm not a young man, they're probably not gonna get much from me. They might take an ear and a couple of teeth. That might be it.
yeah, when my dad passed away, that's been, like, little over 5 years ago. When he passed away, the organ donation center called and they were wanting to talk to my mom, and she said, "I can't talk to those people." So she made me go talk to him.
Yeah.
And they were like, he's signed up for this. We'd like to harvest his eyes and this and that. And I said, listen, he had glaucoma forming. He had 4 heart attacks. He has multiple stents. He had a triple bypass operation 5 years ago. He had this. He was a horrible diabetic. He had all these problems. I was like, I don't think you're going to get much out of this. And she said, well, we would at least like to be able to come and see what we can get and everything else. And I finally just told her, I was like, listen, the man is 70 something years old. The last 20 years of his life were nothing but one health problem after another. I'm not going to waste your time, and I'm not going to put my mom through that. Like, he was going to be cremated anyway, so there wasn't going to be any kind of casket to speak of no matter what. But I told her, I was like, my mom couldn't even handle the thought of talking to you guys. I know that you're not going to find anything usable in there. I mean, his liver might be okay, but I don't know what kind of impact multiple heart attacks and horrible diabetes have on the liver. My guess, and he had lost weight before he died, but he was a big dude.
Did
So
they end up doing it, or did
no,
they?
I just told her, I was like, you're not going to find anything. I am not going to sign any kind of consent forms. My mom's not going to sign any kind of consent forms.
But
Just
he already did.
yeah,
That's why
and
they were. That's
that's
why they
what
were contacting you
yeah, that's
guys.
why they had, and she had told me, she was like, your dad had signed up, and I said,
Yeah.
I'm sure he probably signed up when he was younger, and she even gave me the year and everything. And that was before all of his issues had started. And had my dad been a healthier person, I know it would have been hard on my mom, but if we could have saved someone else's life with his kidney or his liver or something like that, I would have told those people, okay, listen, she's not going to like what I'm going to tell you, but come get him and see what you can get. And if there's something that can help somebody, then go. But knowing how bad his health had been for an extended period of time, there's no way that doesn't take a pretty hard toll on most of your body. So, what he ended up dying from was he had been on blood thinners for so long that he just developed a brain bleed, and it mimics a stroke, but it's kind of the opposite. Like, instead of a clot, you just bleed out.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And so that was what had killed him. But, you've got all those other, all the different medications and everything he had been on. I just told her, I was like, it's not worth your time, and I'm not going to put her through that. Had I thought there was a chance to help somebody, then I would have said yes. But
Nice. Let's uptick the vibe.
yes, let's make it a little happier.
Yeah. What's up? What's our rabbit hole for the night?
Our rabbit hole for the night is crazy face masks.
Crazy face mask. Yeah.
With
Let's check them out because they're probably gonna be around for a long time.
with everything going on with the pandemic, we have seen some interesting looks come out. And now I tried to upload those ones that you had sent me, but for some reason it's not letting me do that.
Well, no,
So
I gotta stop sending them through Twitter like that. That's why I sent you the link so you'd have access to just
yeah.
the plethora.
What I did so that we can just look at the plethora is I have it pulled up here, and I even found a site that says weirdest and wackiest face masks to come out of the pandemic. So we're going to
Oh
just
wow.
screen share it so that we can take a look at all of this fun stuff and see what we have here, because there are some good ones. Here is one that you had sent me, or well, no, you didn't send me that one. I just saved that one.
Yeah, that one was on the page. I was actually going to tell you about that one.
Yeah,
There's a TikTok video of a guy who has a mask kind of like this, but it's full coverage. So it looks like his mouth, but you can see it's not. But he has that mask on, and then an actual mask underneath it, like it's on his chin. So he's walking around grocery stores talking to people, and the people are freaking out and kind of cussing him out because he doesn't have on a mask. And he's like, I do have on a mask. So one lady's like, well, why the hell would you wear that? That's so stupid to me. But it's really funny because it doesn't look like a real person, but just on a glance, it looks like he's not wearing a mask. And he's
yeah, like
purposely
that one.
putting himself in danger.
It looks like a doll face a little bit more than
Yeah, that looks
a
crazy.
regular one. And then we had this one. I found this one. It's mesh.
Yeah, that's not gonna save her.
It's all blingy, but it's not a solid material.
No, that's not. That looks like it's more for decorative
Yeah,
purposes.
that's
She was
like if
probably
you're
rocking that
going to
before the pandemic in some kind of gala or ball.
yeah, like that's more like you're going to some kind of like theme party or something like that. But it's on like a face mask website. Oh, well, it doesn't like that photo. What else do we have here? Doesn't like
Zoinks!
that either. Okay, well,
Yee-hee.
I guess we'll skip those. Let's see. Here's some more fancy face masks that we have. And of course, it brought us like eye masks too. This one, I kind of went, what?
Oh, I can't even see it. What is she got going on there?
She's got like flowers and like that one is not even, it's not even too impractical. It just seems like a little extra to me.
I gotta take off my shades. Oh yeah, I can't see it up close, but shoot, if she had a shirt to match that, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, like I don't know. Well, she's got a bow tie that matches it apparently. This one is pretty interesting.
Yeah, buddy.
She's got some wings on there. There you go. Like, see, I'd rock that.
Yeah, I like that blue
The
thing. It looks
Mortal
like a
Kombat
wrestler
style.
mask. Yeah, yeah, I like that. That's very unnecessary. I definitely like that.
That one I would do. Here's what you sent me this one.
Yeah, that's crazy. That thing probably cost $1 million.
I don't under okay, well, it's gonna take forever to load. But yeah, I saw oh, here's another one. Look at this. Surely, like that's just an accessory, right?
It looks like I can see her mouth. If I can see her mouth, then yes.
But
No
why
dice.
who's wearing that anyway though? Like, are
Rich
people
people to
really
costume parties.
I
You
guess
know,
I don't
people love to spend their money on stupid shit.
I feel like I would be really uncomfortable in that. Here's this
Or
one.
you or you buy the most elaborate one and get all the attention in the world.
Oh,
Walk
we're
in there
on
with
Pinterest,
all the light reflecting off of your face.
right? This one's see, like, that would be something I would wear to, like, a masquerade party, but that other, like, real blingy one just feels like it would be uncomfortable.
Yeah, too much gaudiness.
We got some peacock feathers on this one.
Yikes.
Oh, now we're hitting the here we go. I don't know
That looks like
why.
an actual peacock.
Yeah. It looks like she just went, "I'm just gonna put this here. It'll work." What else do we have here? That looks like it would be heavy as hell.
Which one?
The one in the middle with all the crystals on it?
Oh wow, yeah. Yikes.
Here's these. That's,
That's a,
gold sequins. Those look kinda
oh
fun.
yeah, that mask is hilarious. Yeah, the guy's mask was kind of like that, except it was a little more detailed.
A little
It
more,
was
like,
it was
realistic
more
looking.
fun. Yeah.
The
And
one
he
with the
just
beard's kinda
shaved.
fun. What else do we there was another one this one. I saw this one and I was like, "What?" That looks like an oxygen mask, like, it doesn't look I mean, it looks like it's pretty well sealed off, and you've got a little vent down here at the bottom.
Oh
Um,
wow.
I
Yeah, now that's the future right there. People are trying to they're trying to manufacture masks like that. The clear see-through, completely cut off. There's a startup company who has a mask and it's like fully teched out. It tints. It has a automatic ventilation system so the air comes in and out evenly.
huh.
It does a couple of other things, but I mean it's like seems like to be pretty high tech, but it looks like the future.
See, like, these, I don't get these.
People want you to see their face again. They want to be able to see smiles. They want to smile at each other.
Like, you would think I mean, like, I see, like, this it makes a little more sense
Yeah.
on that realm
Oh yeah, I see. I see. Versus the little window.
versus just having a window because 'cause you're still, like, pretty well covered up there.
Well,
Wow, look at
maybe
this lady looks like she's having a rough day.
we all are wearing these damn masks. A rough year.
Yeah, see, like, you can't tell what this person really looks like these other ones you kinda can, but that looks like it's got some sort of thing, like, strapped to your chin.
Oh yeah.
That would be very I mean, it's hard enough to find a mask that oh, here's some. Those are all pretty interesting.
Wow.
Oh, and they
Yeah,
just get better
that's what we're gonna start seeing pretty soon. Very intricate, fancy masks. The the less need for caution, the more stylistic people can get. Like, okay, I'm gonna wear
Mm-hmm.
my mask because I should be wearing it, but we don't really need it because we're all vaccinated. So let me make mine as pimped out as possible.
Right? See, like this one, I would that what I would go for because it's not like it doesn't look like it's real heavy and it's just a regular mask and somebody sewed some sequins on there. But like this one even isn't too bad. But that other one was just like a piece of mesh with some stuff stuck on it.
Some what are those stuff? Some infinity stones.
Right? See, like that, you can tell that that's not solid.
Yeah.
Here's a good one. I don't understand that look, but
That's Hawkman from the DC universe. That's the Hawkman mask.
here's
It probably makes a lot of noise.
I'm not sure what we got going. She's got pterodactyls all over this mask.
Wow. She's not to be fucked with. That's what that mask says. People wear masks and they're telling you things about themselves. Hers says, hey, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me.
Hers says, I will come at you like a pterodactyl. Here's a Joker one. That's not bad.
Oh,
Like, see, that's
Lord.
not bad.
You know what? Something tells me that he looks exactly like that when he takes the mask off. That motherfucker looks exactly like that. And his name is Dan.
Yeah, he looks like a Dan.
He looks like a Dan. He's the life of the fucking party.
I'm sure what is happening here?
Oh, are those panties? Oh,
Um,
again, gotta take the shades off for this one.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that
I'll tell you what that is. That's interesting.
yeah? Like, did they make that out of a shirt or
Like in the beginning of the pandemic when people were making masks out of anything.
mm-hmm.
I saw a couple of panties online.
That's I'll just stay home if I got to do all that.
Yeah, if I got to put my girl's panties on my face to go to 7-Eleven, I'm not going to 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I'll send somebody that's got a regular mask to 7.
Babe, we're gonna make us run to the store. Can I see a thong? No, no, you can't.
Here's your wedding apparel masks. It would appear.
Mm.
See, that one's not. There's nothing on that one either.
The problem with the wedding apparel mask is they're wearing it to go get married. Stupid motherfuckers. Run!
Don't do that.
Doing? Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? What are you gonna do that for? You got a good thing going. You're gonna go and fuck it up.
Exactly.
As he waves to his wife.
Hi, honey. I don't have that problem.
Yeah. Almost 20 years in, sister.
I got it pointed out to me during an argument one time that she was married and I wasn't, and I was like, thank God. Like, really? I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it's a lot. We all know it's a lot.
Like, I'm glad I'm not. And I told her, and I was like, here's the thing, though. If I was the one that was married, you definitely wouldn't be because look who you married.
Right. I used to always use the logic like, what are you mad for? If you ended up with me, then you'd be stuck. You should be glad that I'm not around anymore.
Right. Well, now,
I turned into a piece of shit.
This is not like.
I'd wear one of those.
Like costume party type thing, though, right?
I'd wear one of those masks. And my beak right there, that would be how much space I needed. So get your ass out the way. I'll just swing that shit around like
look at
if
this
I was
one.
in the Wiz.
Look at that one.
Oh, that's yeah, that looks like death or something. That's too much. Although it looks similar to the other one. So I'd probably wear that one too and swing my beak around. Give me some space, motherfucker.
You're like, back up.
Peck their ass. You too close, sir. I'm blind. Poke them in one of their eyes.
If you get poked, that means you were too close.
Oh, you think this is a joke? Till you get poked.
You're not taking social distancing seriously enough. Like, do they count? Like, say you had a Michael Myers mask or something like that. Does that count? Like,
If you have a mask on underneath it, yes, but you have to still be wearing your mask.
See,
My niece went viral for wearing a Boba Fett mask instead of a regular mask, but she had on her mask underneath the Boba Fett mask. So she was still masked up, but she had on the other mask too to complement it.
I
What's
guess that
happening?
works. This
Yeah,
is
that's
a weirdest and wackiest face mask to come out of the pandemic.
Lord
There's the
have
one you're
mercy.
talking about where it's like she had her face put on there.
Yeah, that's crazy. That right there is a person with too much time on their hands.
Uh-huh.
They should have been making and selling candles during the pandemic instead of this terrorist shit. That's terrorist shit right there. Call the FBI on that lady.
She's like, when I go
She robs
outside,
banks.
she's just trying to start a fight with somebody. I
Yeah.
guarantee it.
Or steal a car. She's out committing crime with that. We need to report her ass.
Look at these. The Mona
Oh
Lisa.
wow. Wow, that's dope.
Huh.
Yeah, works of art. Yeah, that's dope. Hmm.
I don't know about putting the apple leaves in front of your eyes. That seems a little counterproductive.
Yeah, I need to see some of your face. If you walk into the place and your whole entire shit is covered up, then everybody's gonna be looking. That's similar to the mask that the guy had on. Yeah, that's
I mean,
similar to it. It was a little different, but I mean, on the first glance, that looks like that guy's face.
it looks like something's wrong with his mouth, but
Yeah, but it looks like he's like, hey, buddy. Like
oh,
he might not think as quickly as the rest of us. That's all. Just a little slack jawed, mask
okay.
jawed.
Bank teller asked him to take his mask off. That's a strong mustache game. I got to give that guy props. Like
He probably opened a can with that thing.
that's impressive. That one's a little. See, these aren't like super ornate, but they're just kind of funny looking. Why is that lady wearing a mask for a Zoom meeting? Wasn't that the point of the Zoom meeting? What in the world?
She's just flexing.
That's the same mask. You open your mouth and it does that. Huh. You got a, ooh, monkey. I don't know how I feel about that one. She
Yeah,
knows
that's too
somebody
much.
didn't look close enough and thought those were her teeth.
And she enjoys the attention.
You would have to.
Yeah, she enjoys it.
There's an owl and an eagle. Like, see, those are. I don't think those are weird though.
Nah, those are pretty boring.
Like, I got a cat. That guy looks like the pandemic has taken a toll on him.
That's
He looks very
pre-pandemic.
stressed out.
That's all that partying before the pandemic. He's been resting.
Right? Look at
You
his.
should
That's a big cat.
you should have saw me a year ago.
I looked way worse than this. How big you think that cat is, though? Look at that thing.
Too big.
That is a big cat.
Yikes.
Well, those aren't very fun. Whoever you are. Okay. Darth Vader. Oh, 3D printed.
Fancy dancy.
Okay. What is that a snail? What is that?
It's like I don't know, is that a cashew?
It's some kind of, I don't know what that is, but I would not want that on my face. Those don't look very, that's it. That's all they had. Those weren't even that great.
Nah. That was
I didn't
bogus.
like those.
That was a clickbait website.
Yeah. Let's see what else we can find here. What should we search, or how should we search that?
Mm-hmm. What's that one there?
This is the one you sent me. What else
What is
can we
it?
find? Fancy face masks.
Yeah, I would just replace fancy with anything crazy, fun, outrageous, ridiculous,
Let's see what we got.
unnecessary, nonsensical.
What in the world? Okay.
Oh shit, I was looking at the other ones. Yikes.
That
He
seems
ain't
a
getting
little.
COVID. He ain't getting
He
COVID.
is
He ain't catching a
safe.
cold. He ain't getting any ass. He ain't getting nothing.
That dude is totally safe. Look at this one.
Absolutely. From everything. That's how you keep it. You want social distancing, you wear one of those things. Is that that's the alien? Yeah, that's the alien. So that's what the alien does from the movie Aliens. It jumps on your face and sticks its sting down your throat to put the babies in your stomach.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what it does. That's what that mask is. That's the coolest fucking mask. That mask is tight. Anybody who's seen Alien, yeah, they can appreciate that shit.
Man, I
It
wouldn't
is
want to
getting
walk
it is
around with it on my face though.
yeah, that looks tight. It's having sex with that lady right now and getting pregnant. You're gonna have a baby after this.
Ugh. Here's an
Those movies
idea.
were traumatic.
They have juice bottles for their face shields.
No way.
Look at that.
Get out
They
of
just
here.
cut the bottom off of a bottle and stuck it on their head.
Get out of here. Oh, cheap bastards.
Okay.
No respect. No respect for your mask, lady or man.
What else do we have? Where did that one go? There was something on that one that looked like it might be kind of interesting. Tying cabbage leaves to their faces.
That wasn't cabbage, that was weed.
See, I would wear that if it was weed. I'd be like, does this work? Look at this one.
Just sniffing it in all day.
That looks, I wouldn't want that on my face either.
I remember when the pandemic first started, people were, well, I don't know. I guess it's because it was kind of like a lawless feeling or whatever, because everybody's supposed to be inside. So the people that were outside were just kind of acting wild. But it was guys riding around with holes in their masks to be able to smoke blunts. I seen it. I seen it on several occasions. You know, in a short time span. I'm like, wow, that's incredible. You gotta be able to so I can still smoke, dog.
This one's funny though. Like it's not weird, but it's funny.
Yikes, Mister McAllister, the legendary Kevin McAllister.
um,
Wow. Oh, is that it? Was that his hair? Or was that orange thing part
that's
of the
that's
mask?
part of the mask.
Oh wow, I wish that was his hair.
That'd be way more fun.
Yeah, yeah, I wish that was his hair.
What's this guy got on? A half respirator face. Oh, these are just like the respirator face masks. They're not even. They're not supposed to be funny, but they look kind of odd.
Yeah, but I'm not laughing.
Uh-uh.
Mm-mm.
Oh, what? Really? There's
Well, that
nothing
yeah,
in the
that's not a
middle there.
mask. That's not a mask. That's a mummy costume. This guy have flypaper on his face.
He's got some kind of leaf.
Coca leaf.
Atta boy. Oh, here you go. I'm not sure what we're doing right there, but
Mm-mm. Wasting time and money.
what else do we have? That's an interesting one.
Oh Lord have mercy. Yes, indeed. Yes, it's time for fancy masks. I challenge whoever's looking, listening, watching. I challenge you to create a fancy ass mask and wear it
That's just
somewhere.
like costume stuff. Zero Fox Given. I like
Yizzity!
that one.
Zero fox given.
Here's some face shields. Have you ever worn one of those?
What?
Like the face shield instead of the
Oh no!
mask?
Hell no! Hell no!
They ordered
I'm in
us
close.
some. Like
Well, they
they
gave us
ordered
some
us
at
some
work.
at work,
Yeah.
and they were like, "You can wear this, or you can wear a mask." And I was like, "Oh, sweet! I won't have to have that mask on. My face won't. I won't be hot all day. I'll be able to breathe better." I put it on, and 2 seconds later, I was like, "I feel like an idiot," and I put the mask back
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, it's too much. Well, at my job, if you wear the face shield, you still have to wear the mask. The face shield was just for your eyes, but that's just That feels. I'm kind of claustrophobic to begin with, and that's just the
Mhm.
mask I got used to. But I couldn't imagine putting a small plastic wall that close to my face all day.
Yeah,
That's
I
too
hated
closed in.
I don't like the plexiglass thing that's everywhere just because it's like I feel weird about it, but I don't what did this guy do? This is
Looks like he's trying
a
to vacuum his brain on his nose.
kinda he's got a mask with some kind of filter running down his back.
He probably made it.
Oh, here's your buddy that's got a well, he's smoking a cigarette, but
Yeah.
is there like a
Yes.
plug for that thing?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's got to be because
That's
his
not a
looks like
bad
he.
idea.
Yeah, he hooked it up. He made his. Now the only thing about this is he doesn't have to worry about COVID, but the idiot is still smoking.
True. That is true. But that's
That's why
not
I wouldn't dare put a hole in my mask. I just take the mask off.
yeah, I just go out by myself and take the mask off,
Yeah,
and
I'm taking the mask off.
are we really doing this? Like
Is that a oh wow. That guy's terrible. Yeah, he's a terrible, terrible person.
there's a diaper for a mask.
Yikes. Diapers are traumatic. No diapers for Tony. Mm-mm. Until I'm too old to go to the shitter by myself.
There's somebody else with a hole in their mask so they could smoke a cigarette.
Yeah. For the OGs.
Oh, where did that go? No, I lost. There were some funny ones in there, and I just lost it. Was it? Now I have to go down a whole different rabbit hole to find that.
Yikes.
Okay, surely it'll pop back up somewhere else. This one's a little funny looking.
That was dope.
Oh, it was people with the bottles on their head. That's right. No, I can't find it again. I lost it. I screwed up. There
Yeah,
was something that was further down on that page I wanted to look at, and I hit the wrong button.
those bottlehead people are ridiculous. And they're
This,
cheaters.
this lady decided to use her bra.
Unity.
That's an orange peel.
Oh wow. Well, he's being healthy. He's
I
getting his vitamins.
I suppose there's a Nutella jar.
Oh wow.
What else do we have here? Somebody's using a shoe. Okay. There's a Johnny Depp mask,
That might just be Johnny Depp.
right?
People think it's a
There are
mask.
some
Nah,
funny
it's
ones
me,
there.
guys. It's
No,
me.
it's really him. It's okay. It's really him. What else do we have?
Oh wow. That's a
That's
mask.
funny.
Yeah, that is a mask.
That's a big mask.
Is that a man or a woman?
I'm really not sure.
Yikes.
I don't know.
Yeah, that mask is incredible.
What else do we have? We have a woman with Steve Harvey's face.
That's his daughter. I think her name is Lori. That's Lori Harvey. The Lori Harvey mask.
What else we got here? There's somebody with just a bag over their head.
Oh wow. He probably died 7 minutes after that was taken.
I mean, he doesn't have it sealed. Yeah, that's the whole. Why didn't he doesn't have it sealed? What good is it doing?
He just wanted to get on the internet.
I guess that's a good way
Mission
to do it.
accomplished. You got your wish, Jimbo.
What else do we have here? The Hannibal.
Yes. You just the only that's you got to go like that all day long.
I'd get tired of it in like 5 minutes. I'd be like, just give me a regular one. It's a dude with a cigar. Now we're kind of running out of fun ones.
Yeah, those guys creep level 9.
Mm-hmm. Because it kind of like that's one that if I wasn't really paying attention, I would be like, why does that guy look so weird? What else do we have? I think. Oh, wait a minute. I may have found our rabbit hole again. I did it. There's the diaper.
Oh wow.
And then where did it go? There was something else. I went to the wrong one. There's that's a whole face mask.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh no.
Why would you do that?
Just to be an asshole. That's like people that wear shirts with curse words on them out in public just to be an asshole.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at this. Meanwhile, in France. I think we may have I think we've kind of tapped out the bottom of the barrel here. We're just kind of getting into boring stuff again.
Yeah, buddy.
It's an interesting, fun rabbit hole to go down, though.
Yes, indeed.
What did I do here? I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm clicking on all the wrong shit now. There we go. I'm back. I did it.
Hey,
I got it.
you're able
I
to
got
climb
it.
back
Oh, we got a
out.
couple comments over here. Oh, it's you.
Yeah, because somebody said what's up. I think that was Kiki said what's up. So I said, hey yo, but I put it in the wrong slot. That's why I got so many kids. Hey,
Oh, we were okay. So Sunday, we do a Sunday morning show with some other guys. It's me and Derek and Alex and Dusty Grant do this show, and we started looking up fun facts about like number of children and all kinds of other stuff. The woman with the record for the most children was 69.
What country she live in?
I
know it's not America.
No, it was. Oh man.
She lives in a country where there's no quality health care.
Yeah, she had like a Latino type name, but she'd had like 3 or 4 sets of triplets and a couple sets of quadruplets and stuff like that. And she just like 69 kids though.
They wouldn't let her have that many kids in America. They would intervene at some point, like, hold on, guys.
Yeah, they'd be like, no, you gotta take it easy. And then it was the king of Hungary or something like that had fathered over 1,100 children. Like, you know, and it was back in the day, it wasn't like anything current, but at one point in time, there was a king that had fathered 1,100 children.
And the thing about that would bother me as that king is, well, I'm sure he didn't care back then, but some of those siblings are gonna hook up with each other.
Right? You can't have 1,100 kids and think that there's not going to be somebody's not going to know. Oh, that's my sister. What?
We're probably talking about like the 1700s or some shit like that, or there's there's no reason for you to know that that's your sister unless you just know that that's your sister. That's just
there's some
person.
Real wonky family line out there that it's like, why's that kid got 7 eyes? Like,
yeah, I'm sure probably a lot. Probably a lot more than we know. There's probably lines that are intertwined like that, and something that was a birth defect at some point has become a natural trait in that bloodline. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because of that. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, because they didn't. I would bet you that more than likely, not more than a couple kids came from the same woman in that scenario. So you've probably got well over 600 or 700 different mothers spread out all over the place, and of course they don't know who else has had a child. Like,
that's a chunk of a population.
That's like the size of the town I grew up in.
That's a lot of people. That's very interesting because I know that they came across each other. No pun intended. Utity.
Right.
Utity.
You just see it now. Yeah, my dad's the king. What? No, he's not. Yeah, he is.
That's my dad too.
My dad's the king.
Oh wow! Should we tell him that we're pregnant?
Hey, Dad. Guess what? I didn't know.
Crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't know she was my sister. It's pretty weakly now.
I still love her. We're off to start a kingdom in the woods.
I would love to know. I would love to kind of see the genealogy and see what those people looked like, just out of morbid curiosity.
They all look like the kids from the Children of the Corn.
Probably.
all the same color hair and like the same type of eyes. The other features are different, but they all have the same hair and the same eyes.
Mhm.
They walk into a room and things go.
Everybody's like,
Dur, dur.
have you ever seen like a family with a lot of kids and they're all like very, very, very similar looking?
Yeah,
And they come
yeah,
walking in and you're just like,
yeah,
what's
absolutely.
happening? Like,
When my oldest kids were small, so their mother, her sister had a set of twins a year before they were born. So their cousins are a year older than them, but
mm,
they're twins also. So it's a fraternal boy and girl twins here, boy and girl twins here on my side as well. But when they would all get together, they all looked alike to me, and I used to call them the children of the corn because they all had the same hair and the same eyes, and the whole family has a very distinct look, and
mhm.
they all have the look. So if it's like 25 of them all in the same room, it's creepy as shit.
You're just like, you find yourself in there like going,
Like, oh wow, they're all staring at me with the pin and stare from Ghost Rider, but they all have that same thing, and
mhm.
that's exactly what you're talking about. Yes, they all have it.
Yeah, I knew a girl, the town I grew up in, she had like 6 siblings, I think. I think there might have been more than that. They're either like 7 or 8 kids total, but they all like they had different colored hair, but their faces were all like, some of them were like varying shades of brunette, and then there were a couple of blondes, but they all had the exact same face. So if you saw one day and the other, and they were like bam, 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 bam. So like the older ones that were just, like 2 to 3 years apart from each other, you could see one day, see another one the next day, and you'd just be sitting there like, did she color her hair? Like you never could tell unless they were all together who was who.
Yeah, buddy.
Weird.
Those jeans.
Very strong genes on somebody's side. Well, we have been here. We made it an hour.
Yeah, we did a little more than an hour. A little bonus time for the
Yeah,
loved ones.
we went a little over for everybody tonight.
Now hold on, before we get out of here, just real quick. This
Yeah.
is I want to send some prayers up for this family. I don't know if you heard about this, but a guy, he shot 4 people and 3 of them died. One of them was a kid, I believe, over a stimulus check.
You gotta be
Over
kidding.
over no, over half of a stimulus check.
One of
Let
those
me see.
baby mama, baby daddies fighting
Yeah,
over.
yeah. Well, it was more than that because it's the story that I read. The guy, he had been like terrorizing the people. Man, it was baby mom and let me see. Damn it, where is it at? Shooting. Yeah, he had just been terrorizing. He sounded like he was just a piece of shit dude to begin with. But yeah. So let me see. This is the family name. I just want to kind of tell everybody, throw some prayers up for them. Um, the family's last name is can't find it. This is a terribly written story. The story's all about this asshole, so they have his name all over the place and not the family.
Hmm.
It says the victims.
See, that's the problem with like they give you the name of the person that did something horrible and give them all the attention instead of
Yeah.
attention on the
And
people.
they're the victims. That's some bullshit. Well, anyway, just you guys, just it's a story about this. I know everybody's heard about it because it's on the news. So send some prayers up for these people. But the victims' ages were 7, 23, 35, and 44. I believe the aunt is the only one that survived. I think she was like the 35-year-old. She got shot in the back. So she crawls out of her house to the neighbor's house when the shooting happened. The neighbor's like, "What's going on?" He's like, the guy, Malik is his name, Malik Halfacre, son of a bitch. Said he got into an argument with the baby mom. She started rifling through her purse to get this money. The day before he shot them, he told her, "I'm gonna get that money." Like he said, he told her, "I'm gonna get that money." So he came back to get that money, and just to get half of it. He wanted half of the $1,400 check. She wouldn't give it to him, and there was a little boy. One of those is a young man. I think the 23-year-old or something kind of jumped up when the dude was going through the purse, like, "Nah, man, come on, she don't owe you that money." And the man shot him. Then he turned around and shot the kid, and shot the aunt, and shot the mom. So the aunt gets out the house and goes to the neighbor, and she's bleeding. The neighbor says, "Well, what's happening? What's going on?" He said, "Malik shot us for the stimulus money." Is that terrible?
That's awful.
So yeah, that guy's an asshole, and I hate that I said his fucking name. And I'm looking for the family's name, but it's not in this story, and I don't want to waste everybody's time with this. But you guys send some prayers up for that family because that's terrible. And I don't know if you guys believe in the devil or believe in evil or whatever, but something is out here running rampant, killing people, destroying people, tearing shit the fuck up. So pray, or whatever it is you do, eat a sage sandwich, do something to strengthen your spirituality and your observation of what's going on around you, man. Because shit is real as hell right now. You gotta
Mhm.
stay woke, pay attention to what the fuck going on, man. Real. And
Yep.
that's it for. Welcome to my. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Welcome to the TED Talk.
Yeah, for
Next
sure.
video.
Yes, ma'am. Well, it was fun hanging out with you, sister.
Yes, you too.
Absolutely, Joe. Get some rest. Be careful out there. Don't hurt your back,
Yes.
and be
And
careful in that truck.
while we're
And I
here
need you.
tonight,
You guys come through to Tony's T-shirt
there you go.
company.com. You got I got a promo code for you. In Limbo, INLIMBO. Get you 35% off of whatever your purchase is. We was looking at all those masks and shit. I got some masks and shit too. Mine aren't crazy, but I'm gonna make some crazy ones now. How about that?
Right, there you go. You've been inspired tonight. Like I always go, I sit
Yes.
there and I go on there and I'm like, I want this and I want this and I want this and I want this and I want this. And then I'm like, I can't buy all of that at one time. I
Mm-hmm.
got to chill for a minute and I can never decide which one I want the most. So
Yeah, no, I'm about to hook some crazy ones up.
one of
We're gonna
these
see
days.
what happens.
Yes.
All right. Well, you take care of yourself, sister, and holler at your
You
boy.
too. We'll
Yes,
see you
ma'am.
guys next week.
Everybody, peace out. Be careful.
Bye.
Peace.